truly believe that giants are real.
No, that's not.
Well,
Over there,
no, that's not true.
that is me. I swear to God, that's me.
My hands are raised as I surrender. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, how you doing today? Hey, how you feeling? Got the two-way? Hey, and I never knew to say, hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're already subscribed, welcome back to the channel, honey. Boo-boo biscuit. So, I just want to know, do you believe in giants? Do you think giants are real? Or do you think giants are real? Or do you think it's a myth? Do you think it's the truth? Or you think it's a lie? Okay? I need to know. You let me know in the comments below. What you thinking? What you thinking about? Got the hunt? And that's in the out. Now, one thing about it, two things for sure. I know that we ain't the only ones on earth, because look, we have midgets, which they're not an accident. It wasn't like God was like, oops, I made them too small. No, he meant to make them small. We have smaller people. We have people that's like average size like me. Then we have tall people. And we have giants. I believe in giants. I don't know about y'all, but I have scriptures to back it up. But today I want to talk about giants, baby. And yes, I came with the proof with it. So don't try to come against me with the ooh with it. Yes. Giants are real. I believe in giants. Okay? Now, we're going to pull out the scriptures, and because you're not going to try to come for me. Back in the day, they called giants the nephilim, which nephilim means fallen ones. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell a quick story, because this is what people think happened as to how these giants got on earth. Now, a long time ago, I believe before God created human beings, you know, he had his heavenly realms and everything like that. So, you know, he has angels in heaven, and he has, you know, everyone is assigned to something different. And he had an angel whom we now call is Satan. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. Satan, your boy Satan. He was an angel. But he wasn't just any angel. He was an angel made of instruments. He was God's most, you know, beautiful singing type angel, right? Anyways, he wanted to be higher than God. He didn't want to obey God's rules. He didn't want to do things God's way. He wanted to be God. He wanted to be God. So guess what God did? You gotta go. You ain't nobody higher than me. You're not about to sit here and disrespect me. Get out of heaven. So God kicked Satan out of heaven, right? And it was told that he took a third of the angels with him. So he had some angels that was on his side. The angels that was on his side, we now consider to be demons. Okay? Now listen. It was said that these angels that were on earth, they end up having intercourse with human beings. And that created the giants. Now listen for all you scholars out there. I don't know if this is the truth. We're going to read what's in the Bible, because there is something in the Bible that's very similar that says that. But I don't know if that's the interpretation. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it is. But let me read the scripture to you about giants. The first scriptures that's in here about giants, which is in Genesis 6, verses 1. We're going to read verses 1 through 4. Follow with the kid, okay? So it says, when the number of people started to increase throughout the fertile land, daughters were born to them, okay? The divine beings saw how beautiful these human women were, so they married the ones they chose, okay? The divine beings, which means godly beings, which means spirit, like not human, okay? They saw that human women were beautiful, so they married them, made them their wives. Then they was having kids, right? The Lord said, my breath will not remain in humans forever because they are flesh. they will only live 120 years. Verse 4. In those days, giants lived on the earth, and also afterward, when divine beings, angels, and human daughters had sexual relations and gave birth to children, these were the ancient heroes, famous men. Again, right? So basically it says, they seen that human being women were beautiful, so they married them. Then they had children, and this created giants. Now, if you're into God and you believe in God and you walk with God, and you know that you heard of the story about Noah when God washed out the earth, and he started over because he was disappointed in the people because they were so evil. Well, people try to say that giants were gone after God washed out the earth. Not true. Not true at all. Giants are very much real. Now, I done did my research. Don't get it twisted. I done did my research. There are pictures of the human giants, of their bones after they died. Now, if you have to rewind that and look closely, go ahead and do that. Do what you got to do. Look closely. These are not people. Some people will say, "Oh, that's a myth. People took those and made those themselves." No, as you can see, they were digging, and they found these bones underground. Y'all, the heads of these giants were as big as our body. Okay? Imagine living in towns with these big things. And they say about the pyramids in Egypt, they wonder how the pyramids were so big. How can us normal human beings make those pyramids that big? Well, you know what I think? I think it was the giants. I do. I think it was the giants. I think the giants made the pyramids like that. I really do. Because listen, in the Bible, there was a time where God was giving his people a promised land. And basically what that means is a better land than the land that they were living in, because they were in slavery. So he was getting them out of slavery, and he was taking them into the promised land where there was fruit, where there was vegetables, where there was buildings, where there were houses already made for them. Beautiful land. Everything was beautiful, right? And God was bringing them into this land. But before he did that, he sent out spies to go check out the land to see who's over there, what's going on, what's popping, and what the land looked like. And I'm going to read to y'all in the scriptures about the giants, because there's giants that lived in these lands. But here's the thing. People were scared. They were scared to go in these towns because they knew that these giants were there. Right? So let's read in Numbers 13, verse 28. It says, no, we'll start with verse 27. Then they gave their report. This is the report from the town, the land that they were in, with all the milk and honey and the fruits and vegetables. We entered the land to which you sent us. It's actually full of milk and honey, and this is its fruit. Verse 28. There are, however, powerful people who live in the land. The cities have huge fortifications, and even saw the descendants of the Anakites there. Okay? So fortifications is basically walls. There were cities back in these days that had walls covering them. So I'm talking about high walls. You just can't come into that city and just come live there. No, without getting by somebody. You can't just know. So anyways, the sons of the Anakites. Anakites is another word for giants. They live there too, right? So let's read verse 32. This is still Numbers 13, verse 32. They started they started a rumor about the land that they had explored, telling the Israelites, the land that we crossed over to explore is a land that devours its residents. All the people we saw in it are huge men. We saw there the nephilim, the descendants of Anak, come from people we saw in it. The descendants of Anak come from the nephilim. We saw ourselves as grasshoppers, and that's how we appeared to them. Okay, so pretty much they're saying, listen, yes, the promised land has a lot of nice stuff, but there are giants there, and that scared them. So people were getting discouraged. They were like, we want to go to the promised land, but we're not trying to get killed because we're basically like grasshoppers to these people. These people are huge. They're giants. Listen, imagine, I don't know what city y'all are in, what state y'all are in, what country y'all are in, but imagine being next to the highest building that you know of. Just up there. I'm talking about past 9 feet. 10, 11, 12, 13. I believe they were up there. Like up there. And you're all the way down here. You know, so they were scared because they were looking at their circumstance. They're like, oh my gosh, they're so big. So I have one more scripture I want to prove to you that these giants, baby, they in here. And maybe you've experienced a giant. Maybe you know somebody that's like 7 feet, 8 feet. That's big, but that's not as big as they were. They were bigger than that. And like I said before, I have pictures not to back it up. So here's another picture just to show you. Okay. So this is Deuteronomy 7, right? And basically, again, God's talking about how big these people are. All right. So Deuteronomy 7 verse 1. Now, once the Lord your God brings you into the land you are entering to take possession of, and he drives out numerous nations before you, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations that are larger and stronger than you. Verse 2, once the Lord your God lays them before you, you must strike them down, placing them under the ban. Y'all, he just named giants. So basically what he's letting them know is, I'm about to give you the power over all these giants to destroy them and get them out of that town. Because it was said that these giants, not all, I don't know if they all were, but it was said that a lot of these giants were evil and they were doing evil things and God was not pleased with them. So with that being said, God was like, okay, I'm going to send my people to get y'all up out of here, and I'm going to put my people in y'all land, the land that that y'all built, the houses that y'all built, they're going to take over. The righteous will take over. So, you know, that's just a quick little video to let y'all know that I truly believe that giants are real. Now, it would be super duper cool for me to go see these bones myself. It would be super duper cool to even meet one myself, okay? They're probably hiding somewhere. For real. I'm so serious. This is what I think. I think they're hiding. I think they're in hiding somewhere. I think that some of them may not come out because they are so big and they don't want to scare people, or maybe, you know, they don't want to be exposed, or maybe they're comfortable with being in a space where people don't see them. But trust and believe, they real. All right, y'all. If y'all haven't already, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Be sure to join the team because I have more stuff coming. I may do more things like this, like a did you know video, but I'm also going to be doing stories about crime and reaction videos. If you guys have anything that you want me to react to, that you think is interesting, something that's spiritual about God or a life, or you know what I'm saying, you don't have to be stuff about that. It could be other things that's going on in the world, you know, stories. I want to cover more stories about people, like crime stories, stories about people that were maybe murdered in cold cases that were not covered, you know, stuff like that. You guys can share the videos. Let me know what to react to. Y'all can give me feedback. Please give me feedback. All right, y'all. Also, I have another channel, a motivational channel, where I talk about the walk with God and, you know, life and what's, you know, how to handle things, how to go about stuff. Just basically a channel that uplifts you, encourages you, and gives you insight on life, right? I got another channel, all right? Make sure you guys subscribe to that channel as well. I love you guys. God bless y'all. Stay tuned.